It's good to know that Doctor Who is still in a very healthy position, boys. An account with 1.6 million followers is getting 1.7k likes on a fucking post on Twitter. And the reasoning for this is because we all know that no one really gives a shit about Doctor Who anymore. And it's not really hard to imagine why. Because the retards running the Doctor Who fan account on Twitter are posting shit like this. I was recently in Cornwall, and at night we didn't have a signal, so I decided to watch Doctor Who Season 5 with Matt Smith. And it's a bit of a culture shock because you're going back about, 14 years now, and you realise, oh, fuck, Doctor Who actually used to have actors. Doctor Who used to have actual production value. Doctor Who used to have actual creativity. And now we have this. Doctor Who has devolved into a shipping for the alphabet cult all over social media because the real people that have real lives don't have time to sit down and watch shit like this. Unless you're someone like me that likes to rip this shit apart and laugh at something you used to love. Now, Russell T Davies may be in absolute fucking denial and up his own arse with his liberal bubble, bumming Shooter Gato at any chance he can get, but normal people like us who don't like the show will come onto social media and just look at the clapback he's going to get. First comment you see, Doctor Who won't get a third series. I'm serious, bring them back. Let's quickly look at this guy's profile. Fave TV shows, characters, actors, ships. Ships. Yeah, because that's a healthy individual right there. This is what Doctor Who has devolved into. This is what the Doctor Who fandom has devolved into. The real fans have gone. The real fans have left and moved on to other things. Myself, I'm currently watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm currently watching Angel. Great fucking shows. Quote, inclusive, back when people didn't used to give a shit whose dick you had in your mouth or vagina you had in your mouth. We just, watched the product that was laid upon us and enjoyed the fucking television show because it was usually very fucking good. Seeing as I'm probably the only person talking about these freaks on a regular basis when I've got the spare time, I like to, put the spotlight on how fucking retarded this fan base really is. The Doctor Who fan base is so unbelievably cringe, they have to post fan art, really bad fan art by the way, and to make their fandom feel really connected because some out-of-touch 23-year-old thinks it's a really good idea to have some fan art made by some fucking freak to make them feel seen. Because that's what Doctor Who is, fan art. Really cringy fan art. This one's a particular favourite of mine. Dancing on the Ceiling, or Maybe More. This is all these people have to live for in their lives. Two gay men kissing on screen, dancing on the ceiling or maybe more. And what's that implying, I wonder? Maybe the freak 23-year-old with blue hair with no fucking individuality, part of the fucking cult online, maybe wants us to believe that the Doctor is fucking some random rogue from outer space, because that's what the Doctor would do. Yeah, he's going to meet someone for the first time, this godlike, this demigod Time Lord that is literally above our society, above our rules. This demigod Time Lord that's above our standards because he is above us. He is a step ahead of us. He looks down on us. He's not fucking around with the individuals he looks down on because he's above that. He's above his sexual desires. That's the whole fucking point of the Doctor. In Modern Who, the only times he's ever fallen in love, like, let's go back to Rose. He fell in love with Rose because she brought back his humanity. People are always like, oh, well, why can he kiss Rose? Well, because, for one, Rose is fit. And yeah, the storyline of bringing back his humanity is the main fucking thing. A show that was once aimed at families is now tweeting about the idea of the Doctor getting absolutely pulverised up his arse. And again, to highlight these fucking freaks, we've got someone called Love Danny. I miss them. Mate, you've got one simple Google search if you wanted to watch two men fucking get off with each other. These are the stable individuals the Doctor Who fandom really want to welcome into now, because all the real fans have gone. He's a him fucking idiot. Probably never watched a season of Doctor Who his entire life, and only ever came across the fucking show because he saw two men kissing and got a bit excited. Also, Billy on stage with her trans flag made me happy. I've got to be very careful what I say about this one, because I will probably hit very, very quickly. But the idea that Billy Piper holding up an individual flying on stage makes you happy, maybe should make you question how happy you actually really are. And this is what I mean by the cult mentality. Person I admire must hold up that flag, must be a part of the cult, or I will fucking destroy them. As we've recently seen with the Taylor Swift drama, She's associated with someone that was endorsed by Donald Trump, and all the Swifties online, well, the ones that don't really fucking matter, lost their fucking minds. Because anybody who steps outside of the cult, anybody who goes against the norm, quote unquote, in their ideology, is wrong and must be destroyed. Billie Piper is an icon in the Doctor Who fanbase because of her great acting, her great time at Doctor Who, her great storyline, not because she pushes the fucking message onto you fucking weirdos. They're just fucking unhinged. Somewhere her ex saw these pictures and let out some kind of incomprehensible wail. If nothing else brings you joy in life, then Billie Piper holding up a trans flag on stage, I recommend, in the iconic words of fucking Ncuti Gatwa, go outside and touch grass. And just to annoy you freaks a little bit more, a J.K. Rowling episode of Doctor Who would have been absolutely unbelievable. An icon in British culture, probably is in charge of the biggest franchise in the world right now, probably the most relevant franchise right now, because Star Wars is fucked. I can't think of any other franchise apart from Lord of the Rings that probably comes close to how relevant Harry Potter is. JK would bring relevance to Doctor Who that has been needed for the last 14 years, but these freaks would rather their franchise burn than let somebody in who believes in different things, because that's the cult mentality. I'll wrap this video up with this little post I found here. The Jodie bots are probably a loyal bunch, and going to meet her must have been a very exciting day. But when you realise the woman that you worship probably hates every single fucking one of you, because every photo I find of Jodie Whittaker with her fans, she looks like she would rather be anywhere else. I asked Jodie Whittaker to wear the coat, but she's just a bit funny about wearing other people's coats, a sentence I've never fucking heard in my life. And she probably doesn't want to wear it, because every fucking lefty fan that enjoys Jodie Whittaker's content, or Ncuti Gatwa's content in that matter, probably stinks to the higher heaven. She probably smelt you coming a fucking couple 100 miles away and didn't want to wear your disgustingly fucking greasy coat. The Doctor Who fanbase has been dead a long time. It was infected, it was plagued by these freaks on Twitter, and it probably won't be the same way ever again. If you have an experience with these freaks on Twitter, let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed this today, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye now.